Ruthie's going to jump in and do some announcements, and then we're going to get straight on to training. So go ahead, Miss Ruth.
All right. Good morning, guys. Oh, I'm so excited, you guys. GTC registration is open, which is the biggest event of the entire year. Get yourself registered. If you're not registered yet, this is massive. Debbie even talked about it today, how we will put everything aside if our job tells us, you know, be at this event or you'll get fired, right? Be at this event. It's required. This is required. If you are a consultant and if you are planning to grow a massive business, you need to be at GTC. This is the most life-giving event you will go to the entire year. Book your flights, book your hotels, book everything, get it all set and squared away. Talk to your upline about everything it takes to go. You guys, it's going to be an absolute incredible time. Sign up right away because we sell out every single year, you guys. That's just a fact. Arbonne is getting huge and the place doesn't hold us yet. So we're trying to get something bigger, but until then, get yourself in a seat. Okay, that is what I will say about GTC. Get there, get there, get there. We'll talk more about it a little bit later, but today kicks off the last 60 days of the year. So this is go time more than ever, right? Everyone's eyes are wide. You can see it. You can feel it. You can feel the buzz. So finish this year strong, you guys. This is giving it all, putting it all out there. Listen to Debbie's call. She will just kick you in the butt. For getting started for this month, jump on our website, go to telltheworldnations.com, right? Go to the website, download those documents, print them off. You've got your monthly docs. So the start of the month checklist, get that going and start checking those things off to get a good kickstart on the beginning of your month. The bullseye tracker, so you can track your goals because you will always miss a target you don't have, right? You have to set a target and set a goal and up that goal this month because it's going to be huge. 40 faces, print that out. If you want to go fast, print 2 or 3, you guys. They were just talking about that the other day. These amazing leaders that are going so fast, they're doing it on crack. They're doing the 40 faces on crack, someone said. They're doing 3 times as much, right? I think Haley said it. So just run with those. So print out your 40 faces. And it's not just who are you talking to and who are you dropping a sample with and stuff. No, these are full conversations. They're hearing the entire Arbonne story. So you cannot put them on there unless they are new and they have not heard the story yet. And then once they've heard the story, you can mark them off, right? I love putting names by them so I can go back and revisit with those people. So know why you're going, where you're going, and share it. Really quick on calendar, we have our Sunday night virtual DA is tomorrow night. We've got our Wednesday night is our healthy happy hour, right? So be sure that if you've not yet, add yourself. We're in a new group. We're with Zoe and Shay's team and working with Great Sidelines. So that is going to be the Making a Difference Every Day group. It's at the top of our Facebook page. So be sure you're added to that. And that's Sunday and Wednesday. Tuesday is the local DA. If you are in Southern California, be sure if you don't have a nation meeting yet that you get to one. Talk to your upline to make sure that you have a local nation meeting. These are key. Okay. If not, you need to zoom into the one in San Diego until you find one. As far as announcements goes, okay, so we have GTC, but also you guys, free signups were extended for consultants and PCs with qualifying order. Yeah, who's not jumping out of their seat like, yes, like there's so many more people I know all of us need to share this gift with, and it's just extra boost for that. Swap box, that has been extended. So the swap box is still available. What Arbonne is, all right, I love them. The Ready in 5 makeup set is going to be an evergreen set, you guys. That is awesome. So that's going to be something that your clients can order all the time. Your consultants can order all the time. It's an amazing get to it set. And then the new RE9 skincare set, well, not the new set, but the new special on the set is when you purchase either any of those sets, right? Any combination of the RE9 skincare set, whether it's the brightening line or the RE9 advanced, moisture, extra moisture, you're going to get the Counter Spot Essence for free, and you're getting the kit as a PC, they're getting it for 50% off. And as a consultant, you're getting it for 60% off. So make sure that everyone is having their best skin in the world this year. You know what's going on with your skin and you love it. So be sure that you're sharing that. Share it with your nutrition clients, share it with your life, share it with everybody. I'm going to pass this on to our next speaker. Get it, guys.
Ruth, you're doing the beginning docs, right?
I just threw them out there to what they need to do. So get on the website, download them, go for it. We've talked about them.
All right, awesome. Well, okay, then I'm going to roll in. Sorry, I misunderstood. Okay, so you guys, we are heading into nutrition season. We are in nutrition season. People are wanting to get healthy and fit for the holidays before their holiday parties. And we're going to be rolling right into New Year's where people are going to be starting their New Year's resolution. So with that, we are in nutrition season. So I am going to share my screen really fast. Hang on 1 second. This is always like a little... Okay. Share. All right. So what I've done is created a 30-day client questionnaire. This is kind of what I've been doing with my clients. I talk with my team a lot about this, is that as consultants, we talk about this too. We are consultants. Our job is to consult, and we cannot consult without first asking questions, right? Like when you consult without asking questions, you're not really consulting, you're just dictating and telling people, right? And so much a part of what our business is being like Sherlock Holmes, like being a detective, right? So when you're working with your 30-day clients, you want to kind of have a history to pull from, and then also something to draw from during the 30 days. It's not just weight loss, right? So many people come and do the 30-day because of weight loss, but we want them to focus on overall body health so that they can see the big picture of goals of health and not just what the scale says, because the scale a lot of times is not the full picture, right? So this is something that I've created that you can use before they start the 30 days. So this is a really great way to connect with your clients and become the absolute best coach for them. So I'm going to just walk you through it really quickly. You can do a sheet for each person. You can save these virtually, like online, or you can have it printed out and put it in a notebook. I have a notebook of all my clients, and that way they're all together, and it also keeps it really easy to where I can go back and check in on them and also see if they want to do another round, things like that. So I keep all my 30-day clients in one booklet together. So it has a place for their name, their sex, their start weight, their height, their goal weight, okay? And you're going to ask them these questions. You want to schedule a call. This takes about 20 minutes. You want to schedule a call and do this with them. You don't want to just have them fill it out and send it back to you, because this is like an interactive process. So you're going to ask them these questions. What's your start weight? What's your goal weight? What's your height? So that you can kind of have an understanding of their goal weight and their height. And we make sure that it's not like, not a good match, right? You want it to be like a healthy goal weight, right? Whether or not they're single, they have a partner, or they're married, that's really beneficial in just knowing who's in the home, if they're going to have a support system. It's also a great, if they say, you know, I have a boyfriend, or I'm married, I have a wife, you can ask the question, hey, does your wife want to do this with you? Does your your boyfriend want to do this with you? Whatever, right? And then it has a place for you to fill in their week 1, week 2, week 3, and their final weight as they're checking in with you each week, okay? Or you're checking in with them. So as you're going through this, you want to ask these questions. Have you ever dieted? This is a really helpful question, because sometimes people that have been on a yo-yo dieting path, their metabolism and their body is a little bit jacked up. So it might take them a little bit longer in getting their body back in check. So this is a good question to ask for that reason. And then you can educate them and just let them know, okay, since you have been on the yo-yo dieting path, your body's going to be in a little bit more repair mode. So we're going to have to be patient with it. So making sure that they're on track and on the same page, right? Do you experience any kind of craving, salty, sweet? You want to know their vices right away so that you can help them again. So you can be the best coach, so you can offer them, okay, if sweets are their jam, they might want to get some fit chews to have on deck, right? You might want to give them some extra recipes to what they can make with the protein. You know, the protein balls or protein pancakes or the protein fudge, like getting them geared up in the right way. If salty is their jam, you know, you want to give them alternatives for that. Crunchy, like whatever it is, right? Do you cook, and what percentage of food is cooked at home? This is really an awesome gauge, because one, if they don't cook, this might be a new process for them. And so you want to give them easy, simple recipes. Make sure you're directing them to the right ones on the page. I mean, they're all really simple and easy, but you might have people that don't cook at all that you're going to have to help guide them as they're like going out to eat. What are good places to eat in their area? Like kind of like coaching them along that way. I love this question because at the end I go back with my clients, and I have one in particular that I can think of that when she started the 30-day program, 95% of their meals they ate out, and it was fast food. And by the end of the program, 90% of their meals were being home cooked. And she had literally learned how to cook through this program. So you guys, and she was a mom. So what I love is that mamas change the world in the kitchen, right? They're changing their health of their family and their future legacies in that kitchen. Okay, and then also getting a gauge for what's their general breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. What does their general day look like? A lot of times for people, it's like, oh, I don't eat breakfast. I have a cup of coffee and maybe a bagel or whatever, right? So you can kind of learn what's happening with their body with spiking and crashing in their blood sugar levels, and we want to even that all out through the 30-day. Asking them how much water they drink in ounces. That's a really important question. And a lot of people will be like, oh, I drink a lot of water. Whoever's not muted, can you mute yourself? Never mind, I got it. Okay, they'll be like, I drink a lot of water. Everyone has a different version of what a lot of water is. So ask what they're drinking in ounces. This is gonna give you a gauge to what you're coaching them to get to, or if they're already in a good place, good. Coffee, soda, energy drinks, juice, finding out how much they drink of it per day, per week, so that you can, again, guide them. If they're, I had somebody literally that drank 2 pots of coffee a day. 2 pots of coffee, you guys. So what we did with hers before we started is she tapered off with green tea, and so that it wasn't such a massive impact starting on day 1. Alcohol, do you drink? If so, what kind? How many drinks per week? Kind of getting a gauge, again. Tobacco, if they smoke, chew, pipe, cigars, whatever, just getting a gauge, understanding where they're at. I've had a client, it was actually the same client with the 2 pots of coffee, who smoked, and she was like, Sarah, do I need to quit smoking as well? I feel like that might be really hard. And I'm like, you know what, girl, let's take baby steps. We don't want to shame anyone on their path to health. And a lot of times when you with taking ownership of your life in different areas, when you create space in one area, it gives you the strength and empowerment to create space in another area. So, work with your clients. If they smoke and they're not ready to quit, that's fine. Let's start with the healthy living. And maybe next month we'll start baby stepping on smoking habits. Obviously, you're not a smoke coach, but you know what I mean? Like you're helping them create that space, and you want to give them that encouragement and hope in themselves, and not shame them. But it's just a question so that you understand what could play a role in them not having the exact same results, right? Elimination and digestion. And this is where I always joke with my clients and I go, okay, girl, okay, bruh, this is where we get real personal. I say that every good conversation should include poop. How often do you poop? 1 to 2 times a day, 2 to 3 times a day, every 2 to 3 days, once a week, once every 2 weeks. Everybody's is different, right? Don't let someone tell you, oh, I poop normal. There's no normal. Like, everyone's normal is different. There is what should be normal, but everybody's regularity is different. This is going to give you a good idea of how efficiently their body is working and flushing things out. Also, possibly that they obviously have food triggers that are causing some blockage. Do you experience bloating, constipation, diarrhea, loose bowel movement, indigestion, heartburn? This is all going to give us like a gauge along the way. And then exercise. Are you sedentary? Do you have mild exercise, occasional, vigorous, or regular vigorous? When they're in that regular vigorous range, this is when you're going to have to be a little bit more creative with them on making sure that they're getting enough calorie intake. So for example, like Steve, when he did the 30-day, he did labor construction as well as bodybuilding. He needed to have more snacks. He followed the 30-day, but he had more snacks and fuller shakes. Finding out their emotional gauge. This is really important too, because so many people are experiencing this: anxiety, depression, panic attacks. Oh, look, there's depression on there twice. Overall mood. Are you generally happy? Are you often stressed? Finding out kind of what their gauge is. Are they prone to anger management issues, anything like that? And because food and upset gut health plays a role in that. Do you experience headaches with any kind of regularity, any joint pain, any skin issues? This one I've started to ask more regularly, because obviously skin is such a huge issue, but it also brings up the anti-aging aspect of it and how what we eat affects our skin, and you can incorporate skincare into this as well. Are you pregnant or breastfeeding? This is good to know, because pregnant and breastfeeding women can do this plan. We just alter it slightly by making sure, again, that they're getting enough calories, healthy fats, things like that. What is their menstrual cycle like? Do they have irregularity, heavy flow, irritability, bloating, cramping? Those don't have to be a woman's story with their menstrual cycle. So finding that out, because a lot of times when we regulate hormones and give our body what it needs fuel-wise, then we can get rid of those symptoms, which is really awesome. And for men, do you often get up to use the restroom during the night? This can be an issue with prostate health, so that's why it's a question for men. Any other health concerns that they want to let you know, whether or not they're diabetic, a pre-diabetic, blood pressure, cholesterol, thyroid, etc., right? This is going to open that door where they're going to be like, oh yeah, I have this or whatever, right? Or I had a surgery on my knee and whatever. Are you on any medications or supplements? This is really important, you guys, to know what are going to possibly inhibit your clients from having the same results. You are not a doctor, and unless you are, do not prescribe or consult anyone on getting off their medications or supplements. Supplements, I check those out to make sure that they don't conflict with our program. Sometimes they might have dairy, soy in them. Supplements, you can play around a little bit more and give guidance on that. Medications, you always want to say, do talk to your doctor before you get off any medications, because they might need to be on a gradual thing with that. So, but I do ask the question, is it a goal of yours to get off medication? So say, for example, they're on high blood pressure, medication. Is it a goal of yours to get your blood pressure in a range naturally to where you can get off your medication? Yes or no? Okay, awesome. We'll work with this. You work with your doctor on your medication and your levels with your blood tests and all that, right? And then what are your main health goals? I like to ask them, what are your top 3 health goals? Because weight cannot be the only one. Because again, weight is seriously like the byproduct of all this, right? And we know that. So we want to keep them focused on what the big picture is and what is most important for them. And then what's amazing about this document is in week 1, when they're like, I only lost 2 pounds, you're like, okay, well, how are you feeling? How's your sleep? Are you sleeping better? Because I remember you were saying that you were having trouble falling asleep. Oh my gosh, I've been sleeping great. Awesome. What's your energy level like? Oh my gosh, I've had amazing energy. Okay, awesome. Let's stay the course. You're going to do this, right? So this is where you can bring them back to where their starting place was and figure out where they've come so far and not concentrate on the scale so much. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now. Are there any questions, Ruth, that I need to address, or can we move on to the next one? I saw a bunch of typing, but I couldn't. Okay, awesome. So with that, I'm going to pass it on over to Christy.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sarah. How lucky are we to have a holistic health coach on our team, you guys? We're so blessed. Thank you so much, Sarah. What a great tool. Okay, so I actually am going to talk about the 5-day nutrition challenge, because now that we've talked about nutrition and how to coach people correctly, you guys, we need to be massively growing our business with sponsoring. And if you were on Debbie Neal's call, you heard that sponsoring is the lifeblood of the business, and it is. Like, if you are sponsoring, you're growing. If you're not sponsoring, you're not growing. That's just how it goes. So we have 4 more days in the 5-day nutrition challenge. And if you sponsor 5, you get either a blowout with your hair, which is what I did. I just had a blowout, okay? Or you get a Amazon cash card, whatever that's called, gift card. And then if you do 10 in the next 4 days, because yesterday was the first day, so it was 5 days, then you get the super cute VP sandals that are Tory Burch sandals, or you get $150 cash, you guys. So who the heck is going to go bonkers this weekend so that you have a lot of people on the nutrition challenge? And I do have to answer this one question. A lot of people in November will say to me, who are consultants, I don't know if I really want to talk to people about nutrition because Thanksgiving is in November. Let me be clear with you guys. Thanksgiving is 1 day, and the most amazing part about our nutrition is that we actually have recipes that people can cook for Thanksgiving Day. They can still be 100% strict and do the 30-day on Thanksgiving Day, or again, you guys, it's a free world. If people want to have a little pumpkin pie or a little something on Thanksgiving Day, and that's all they do the entire month, I'm not telling you you should. I'm just saying it's 1 day. Who cares? health is more important. Let's get everybody on the nutrition challenge so that in December, they're filling $1 million at their Christmas parties, and all of their friends and families and networks are going, oh my gosh, dude, you've lost 20 pounds. Or, hey, girl, you look great. What are you doing? So that when the January 1st nutrition challenge groups come about, you have all the people who are doing it now already inviting and opening up their networks to all of those new people, okay? So if you are really, really set on growing your business, you really want to be focused right now to get people into the challenge. That's why I put the 5-day urgency on it. That's why there is a challenge right now for the next 4 more days, because I want you to do it in the beginning of November. Okay, so quickly, GTC, I'm just going to touch on this. You guys, I'm going to touch on prospecting for like 5 seconds because it's important, but there's a video on what I'm going to say already, and we'll post the video in just a minute. GTC, 100% you got to go. But if you register for GTC by the 8th, you get a special surprise. So you got to do it. If you register before the 14th, it's $100 off. You guys, don't be ridiculous. Don't be silly. Don't wait until November 15th and spend an extra $100 for no reason at all. Sign up now, register right now. If you have a new consultant who starts after the 15th of November, can they still get the $100 off as well? Yes, in their first start month. So if they start on November 15th, if they sign up for GTC in November, they still get $100 off. If they sign up December 1st, they get $100 off in December. But I believe that we will be sold out by the end of December, if not by Christmas, you guys. So you need to be sponsoring big time and get a lot of people on your team, because we are going to be massive in 2020. Arbonne is going to probably double. Our team is going to double or triple. So you guys, you know, it's time that you get really brave and start asking and talking to people about the business, because that is what multiplies your business. So prospecting, since we're talking about multiplying your business, a lot of people say, I've already talked to so-and-so in my network. I might not have that many people left to talk to, or whatever the excuse is at this moment in time, you guys, because there's so many people in the world. If you say you've talked to everybody in your life, and I go to your Facebook and you have 1,000 friends, I'm going to ask you if you've talked to all 1,000 people. Okay, prospecting. There is millions of people in this world, billions, I think. I don't even know. There's a lot. There's like 3.3 million people in just San Diego alone, which is where I live. So prospecting is something that you can do to create brand new networks. It is a freaking blast. It is my absolute favorite thing to do in Arbonne. If I could just prospect all day long and not do anything else in Arbonne, that would be fine. I freaking love prospecting. So, and I did not start that way, you guys. I started very scared, not wanting to do it, afraid of what other people would think, afraid that I would say the wrong thing, not sure of what even to say, right? And so what happens is you might start stuttering a little bit. You might start sounding a little funny. But you guys, these are strangers. Who freaking cares, right? They're never going to see you again. Doesn't matter. Practice. So how do you prospect? You prospect by opening your mouth, sharing, being kind, making a friendship. Where do you prospect? Everywhere. The grocery store, the dry cleaners, your kids' cheer gym, right? Your kids' school, your local gym that you go to, at the beach, on a hike, on a walk, literally where any other people are, you can prospect. And how do you prospect? Like, what do you say, right? I'm just going to give you a couple, you guys. We have a whole video. I did a training on this for like 20 minutes on all the things I do and say, and I will post it. But you just be kind. You can compliment someone's shoes. Say like, oh my gosh, your kiddo's adorable. How old is she? How old is he? You know, are you from here? How long have you lived here? Basically, you just open up conversations. Oh my gosh, your skin is gorgeous. What products do you use? Wow, you're you know, really driven and a hard worker. How long have you worked at this company? Are you planning to work up the ladder at this company? And when they say things like, no, I'm in school to be a nurse, you have to think, how can Arbonne benefit them? This is not about you. How can Arbonne benefit them? And this is the funnest thing for me. When someone says I'm a nurse, I'm like, oh my gosh, you would love our physics and our nutrition, because I'm a holistic health company owner, and I have these things that a lot of nurses who are my clients, they use because you guys work 12-hour shifts. I'm going to give you one as a gift. And can I get your information? Because I think you'd be amazing at what I do too. Not sure if nursing is something you want to do forever, but who knows? Like, I'd love to talk with you about it. And some people will say yes, and some people will say no. Again, who cares, right? So I'll post the video on prospecting. I do want to share something really, really fast. I did go to Disneyland for my birthday in October, and I went with Erin Farrell. And Erin Farrell, if you don't know her, she is our upline. She's an executive national vice president. Her business did over $1.7 million in volume in May alone of this last year. She's already earned the increased bonus that only nations can get, where you get an extra $10,000 by making over $180,000 in a year. She hit that months ago. And I'm only telling you this because I'm painting a vision of what's possible, right? We're in line at Disneyland. We're getting our bags checked to get in through security. There's a woman in front of us, and she starts unpacking the things in her bag, and she has chips in her bag. So she starts pulling out all these chips and all this food. And Erin, literally, this is what she says: "Oh my God, can I have some?" And she's the woman standing behind this woman. We're in line for security, and she's getting her bag checked. And the woman, it kind of does like a little bit of a double take, like, what? She's like, "Those look so delicious. Can I have some?" And the woman's like, just laughs, you know, and she's like, "I feel you, girl. I have so many snacks in my bag. Like, you know, being a mom's so wild. We have to like pack so much stuff." And the girl's like, "Yeah, we do." And she's like, "Where are you from?" She's like, "Oh, I'm from Ohio. And blah, boom. Like that connection, you know, that just being friendly and being kind. She wasn't like, "Hey girl, you should do Arbonne." She was like, "Hey, you know, what about this?" And then she's like, "Oh, why are you out here from Ohio?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm on vacation. You know, it's so fun. Like, I wish we could come more often." And she's like, "You could, you know, how many vacations do you come a year? Or do you get a year?" She's like, "I only get 2 with my job. And, you know, 1 really, but I try to make the other one happen." She's like, "Oh my gosh, girl." And then they started talking. Okay. So you have to be open. You have to be open. And also, if you listen to Debbie Neal's call, you have to have the desire to want to move and want to grow your business. And prospecting will make it happen because it will lead to one-on-ones. It will lead to activity, and it will lead to having new consultants join your team. New consultants is how you build beyond district manager. So if you're a district and you're like, "I'm done being a district," team. If you want to be a region, team. You want to be a nation, team. New team. Okay, so that's about prospecting. Last thing I want to share, Amber has a really rad app where you can pay for something and then it will split it up into payments over a couple months. And she mentioned this on one of our threads yesterday about GTC, because what she did is she used this app to pay for GTC, and then it's taking $62 out of her account each month to pay it back. And I was like, oh my gosh, how rad is that? Second thing I thought about that, how many times do we have a client who's like, "I totally want to do the 30-day, or I totally want to get this makeup, or I totally want to get some skincare." And then you get to the pricing and they're like, "Oh man, like I only can spend this." So if they had this app, or you had the information about this app, and they could get their products and they could do it where, yeah, I know, where they could pay it off on their own terms, then we wouldn't have to be like, you know, going back and forth. They could do it, their choice, whatever. Okay. So Miss Amber, are you on the line? Please, 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 if you can, unmute yourself. Please tell us what the app is called. How does it function? How does it work? How do we get going on it? Okay.
Okay. So the app is called QuadPay. Sorry, I'm still covering it from jet lag. It's called QuadPay. It's just this little, I don't know if you guys can see it. My computer's being a little weird. But open it up. So everybody gets a $500 limit on their QuadPay card. And it's just recently started to be able to be used online for any purchase. So you go to, it's super simple, honestly. You click on Start Shopping. It just has this little page here. I don't know if anybody can see it. You got your little debit card, click Start Shopping, Shopping Online, and then you literally just type in what store you're gonna shop from. So I just typed in Arbonne yesterday because I never tried using it on Arbonne before. It's taking a minute. And then you fill your cart with whatever products you're planning to buy. And then you click on the bottom of the app, pay with Quad Pay. And then you type in how much your order is going to be. So you type in exactly everything, including tax and shipping. And then it just takes you through prompts like, yes, this is how much I'm going to spend. And then it gives you a breakout of what your payments are going to be. The payments are broken out over 6 weeks. So you make a payment the day you make the purchase, and then every 2 weeks after that. And it's super simple. It's just an automatic withdrawal. You just put your debit card in there, and then it takes it out every 2 weeks. And it's been pretty fantastic.
I freaking love this, you guys. How cool is that? How cool is that? Okay. So that's something that we can totally utilize. And Jillian just had a great question. Can you sign up a new consultant using this? And I don't know. We don't know. Because literally, I mean, Amber just told us about this yesterday. I mean, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. So what it does is it gives you a credit card number. Gives you a full number, like with the CVC code and everything. So you can use it on anything.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is literally incredible.
Yeah, it's just a $500 limit.
Just a $500 limit. I mean, but look, you guys, if they get the nutrition and skincare and the registration for free, they get free shipping, a free gift. It's under $500. It would be split in 4 payments. They get paid every 2 weeks. It comes out to be about $350 for all of it in California, because California tax is crazy. But that's about $80. So $80 every 2 weeks. Oh my gosh. And then they get to eat it and use it already. Oh my God, this is freaking amazing. Thank you so much, Amber, for sharing that. I appreciate you so much.
Definitely.
Okay, I'm going to finish up, you guys.
Group too.
Yes, please. Please, 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 please. So here's where we're at, you guys. It is going to be the biggest month of your business because you've decided, right? You've decided that you're done being where you have been, and you're ready to go where you're ready to go, and it's grow time. And what I want you guys to do is I really do want you to understand that the 40 faces is where your business is at. Like, that's the heart of your business. Just like Debbie Neal said, print off the 40 faces, print off 2 and or 3. Make it your goal to fill those out as fast as possible. Fill them out by the 15th, fill them out by the 20th. Like, get through these things quickly. And what I want all of you guys to do is I want you to write down how many consultants you will be sponsoring this month. And I want to see you post pictures on our little thread of how many that you're going to have. So I am sponsoring at least 10. That's my goal. I sponsored 7 last month. Sally beat me and sponsored 10 herself. So heck yes, Sally, you killed it, girl. But I want to see what your goals are, you guys, because together we do this. We will be tripling our business. Like, I see us sponsoring 300 new people this month. We did 96 last month. If you just do what you did last month and add 2 more, you guys, we're going to sponsor over 300 new people. And that's the way we need to be running our business. So just like Debbie Neal said, we want to have 20 new people in qualification for district this month. I will be posting in my office 20. I want to be responsible for at least 5 of those, but the other 15 minimum is all you guys. So as you guys get people in qual, I'm going to pull the stickers off the wall, because we need to start getting new blood into our business and putting new people in qualification for district. So I can't wait to write whose name on the sticky note is promoting a person in qual. So with that, you guys, rock it out. Have an amazing day. Bust out this weekend with that nutrition challenge. Talk to people about the business. Move from district to area to region. It's your time. Love you all. Bye.